Hello, and welcome to meet the mighty P-40 with OverArch. An all-metal American fighter, 19,000 were produced, with production beginning in 1938. Unusual in that the revisions were each given a different name: the P-40A Warhawk, P-40B Tomahawk, and the P-40D KittyHawk, which is in-game. The P-40 lacked a supercharger, a recent and critical innovation. Without a supercharger forcing air into the engine's combustion chambers, the P-40 was inferior in the high-altitude bomber escort battles of Europe. Instead, it was employed primarily in the low-altitude ground strike combat of Africa, Asia, and Russia. The P-40's chief advantage was its low cost of only $44,000 at the time. Despite being inferior to late-war craft, it was produced throughout the war and remained relevant in a ground attack role. In keeping with American doctrine, the P-40 was a simple, reliable, and incredibly durable craft. Its Allison V12 engine gave it good performance, but lacked fuel injection, which could cause loss of power in steep dives. The engine was very reliable and durable though, and pilots often joked that the P-40 had 1,200 pounds of Allison armor. Rammings were unusually frequent, and usually marked as victories for the P-40. Soviet pilot Alexei Kinovstin rammed two Bf-109s in the same engagement, smashing one's cockpit and shearing the other's wing off. His KittyHawk was barely damaged. He later rammed a third Bf-109, however this time lost his craft as well and was ordered to stop ramming. The American Volunteer Group, or AVG, was composed of 100 volunteer American pilots, primarily drawn from the Navy, and an additional 200 ground crew. The AVG fought alongside the Chinese, and despite being only a fraction of the Chinese forces, scored a disproportionate 300 victories. Flying the P-40, the AVG painted a distinctive red and white shark face on their craft's nose. 40 of the 100 pilots in the AVG made ace, and 6 became double aces. Initially battling against the obsolete Ki-27, destroying 300 KIs and bombers at the loss of only 13 pilots. The Flying Tigers, as they became known, distinguished themselves at the Battle of Rangoon. 30 Tomahawks and Buffaloes engaged 80 Japanese craft, destroying 35 at the loss of only 3 craft. Then again, 10 P-40s engaged 20 Ki-27s, destroying 4 at no loss to the Allies. The P-40 was also the first American craft to see battle in World War II. During the attack on Pearl Harbor, 2 American pilots scrambled to their craft, and while dodging strafing runs, managed to get airborne. Despite their Tomahawks only being half-armed, working in concert, they shot down 3 Japanese aircraft. One of these pilots, George Welch, went on to be a double ace with a total of 12 victories, a rare accomplishment for an American pilot. The P-40, while ill-suited to the American theaters of Europe and the Pacific, made an incredible impact on the Allies' war effort, becoming the standard of ruggedness, durability, and pilot survivability that the American craft were known for.